Good evening, guys, and welcome to The Truth Behind the Truth. Another fantastic Saturday here in LA. Man.
Yes.
It's been kind of scorched, but it got even more scorched yesterday. All that orange fire came out here yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to say scorched. I'm like, wait a minute. It's been
All
cold
that orange fire that showed up out here yesterday.
Oh, well, that's why all that traffic.
Well,
you know what? Let me tell y'all something. You can always tell in LA when something important is happening.
Right.
Because I'm coming back from Calabasas through Semi Oak, Thousand Oaks, and all this other stuff. I'm coming back the back way and getting back towards Roxford. If you don't know of LA, then I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh.
But still, though, in the middle of no man's land, there's traffic, and I'm connecting the dots because I'm out there near Ronald Reagan's library.
Uh-huh.
So, the conservatives might have been out and about yesterday. So I'm saying to myself, I can't get to this damn DC faster than get up. I'm just trying to get back to the warehouse and just traffic after traffic after. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I realized, oh shit, that is here. Yeah. And he is here. When he is here, then everybody's here. So I said, okay, then fine. I'm just gonna have to deal with this. But yeah. Well, I felt that orangeness come through. So that's what I was trying to say. I felt it.
Well, here's the reason why the fire is going, because of hell is opening up and presenting itself into the world. So he's the reason why the fire is happening.
Well, should that be as is defined of you presented it then hell started in DC on the 20th of the month. Okay. So it started in DC, all right. So I'm waiting for the old expression. What does it say? For it to freeze over. So
it's not freezed already. How you doing, right? Charles?
I'm hanging in there.
Good.
I'm still getting over my emotional distress of the events of the last week.
Oh yeah, ooh, yeah. Well, I have just chosen to ignore it as such. But let's welcome our guest tonight, and we're going to get our particulars out of the way. That we're going to dig in tonight. Yes. Back with us after a long hiatus. long. I'm gonna get it. Like I said one more time, long hiatus. Okay,
it's not long enough.
My dear friend, my dear brother. Is visiting us here in LA, establishing, hopefully getting himself to come back out here with the rest of us out here on the West Coast, making it all happen. Actor extraordinaire, dynamic, preacher, evangelist, Bible toting, smiling, and whatever else can I say? All of that. All of that and co-actor of mine. All right, Dr. Ian Stiles. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Now I'm a doctor. I got a doctorate degree.
I have to elevate you, in those accolades run. I mean, I just gave you a bunch of accolades. So it's got to be a doctor now. I mean, come on, it's going up a little higher. All right, but welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Thank you for being here. Being able to chime in tonight on our wonderful occasion that it always is, and talk to this community of people that we have out here that we have forewarned very diligently about what the coming events are and what they are already started rolling out, So my suggestion, and we'll get into that a little bit later, if you ain't got your passport together, you better get it ready. Okay. Better get it ready. All right. And I ain't going to use that get ready. No, just get your passport ready. All right. Get your passport ready so your ass can get out of here in the quickness. All right. I mean, in the quickness, because it's
the good thing about that, there's a plane that is waiting on the tarmac, U.S. Air Force airplanes that are taking people out of here for free. So you can jump on that airplane.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, well, hey.
I just found out, too, and y'all don't think this is crazy. The cartels can do also visas and botch up documents and not botch up, but a doctor of documents,
right?
And and identification cards and all this stuff because I did not know they were that organized. But there are some who think they're trying to come back through the help of them. So I just. That is interesting how you find out so much, about stuff of that nature.
It's just a lot going on. You know, it's a lot going on. I mean, I don't know how from day to day to to process it. I mean, you have your situation that's been going on out here. Unfortunately, the LA fires. And matter of fact, about that, guys, if you haven't contributed to one of the donation platforms for that, Red Cross, all of those, you can always go on Google and Google which ones are the best suited for you to do to support and help those individuals out here. From that, to this, as I've been saying, the stupid ass people that go around the 405, going 105 miles an hour, and you go right by somebody that just got burned out. Wow. Okay. So, it's the dynamic of non-caring, and all of that. And then not to say that you should probably slow down and just, say a good word or something, or send a good energy over to these people that are displaced, and then not knowing how far that they're going to have to be with that displacement, and that. Let me get with the particulars first, and then I'm going to get in that because I want to deal into that visit out here that happened yesterday. Anyway, so particulars. All right, guys, you can call us tonight. 213-358-33. What is it? I'm sorry, Charles, put it up for me. 358-5553. All right. Preferably text. It's a little easier for us to contract, but if you do want to call, we'll try to get your call involved on it tonight. But please keep that in mind. Pick up that phone and dial the dial. All right, 213-358-5553. Also, want to remind you about an opportunity to contribute to this wonderful show that's been around for 5 years. Okay, 5 years. All right, 5 years we've been doing this for you guys, and if you go back and look at our shows, all right, we have warned you on. Informed you for the past 2 years about this S show that's appearing around you. Okay, women, if you ain't got your apron together, go pick out one because you're gonna get back in the kitchen pretty soon. All right, just saying. I'm just saying, all right? Check it out. Check it out what you said. We warned you about that. But anyway, so support us, all right? Support us, okay, on our Cash App. That is at TTBTT Show. And on Vimeo, you can also type in the truth behind the truth for your not jingling contributions, but all those that fold and those that come in on other means of your credit cards, debit cards, all those good things. That'll be saved to those particular sites, all right? And if you'd like to get a mug from us, we don't have a mug presently, but we can get you a mug, sending a email to our email address at the ttbttshow@gmail. All right, for $9.99, get you a mug, and you can sip tea and pour tea with us every week. All right. So let's go ahead and dig in. And again, Ian, welcome back tonight. Feel free to jump in, chime in. We're going to hear about the great projects that you got on a little bit later in the show, and illuminate all that great stuff for you as well. All right. Let's go into the Oscars first. All right. I want to stay on the exciting night before that orange man carries downhill a little bit. All right.
All right.
So exciting night. Oh my gosh. I mean, I love the Oscars. I mean, even back from the slap. I love the Oscars. Good evening, Darnell. Welcome. You made it. Yay.
Hey.
How are you?
Wonderful. Made it through the traffic. I am here.
Hey, you know what? Hey, that's what LA will do for you. It will do it for you. But anyway, we're about to dig into the Oscars, so we'll keep the show moving. All right. So, wow. I'm excited. I'm excited for my movie. I mean, 10 nominations. I haven't seen everything else yet. But I hope to. Be between 9 and 10. But 10 nominations.
Discussing about 1/5 for 3 episodes.
Well, yeah, this is true. I said we have promoted.
We promoted one film for 3 episodes.
We did. So you have an opportunity to see the others. But I will say this. I am so excited to see Cynthia Erivo, as one of the number one contenders as best leading female, in a role. That is remarkable. I think it is a great time, for her. She did if you hadn't seen Wicked, she did a phenomenal job, with embodying that character. If you hadn't, I encourage you to see it. It will change your life in many ways. All right. It is so relevant in terms of its message and what it's saying to you. It's just great. I am excited about I'd like to see Demi Moore's new movie. Okay. Hopefully before the Oscars, we'll be able to sit down and see that because from my understanding, her performance is like really phenomenal. Okay.
And she has and to be honest with you, Demi Moore and Pamela Anderson, they have had the comeback stories of the year. Right. If she doesn't win an Oscar, for this year, it's okay because at least she is still relevant. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I think that this has been a great year for Demi Moore.
Yeah, I mean, it would, and you know, and I liked her speech during the Golden Globe, you know, and it was quite moving, you know, and you never know what someone as an actor, and we have five of them on the show tonight, you know, that you know it is a struggle. I mean, you know, and you have to make up your mind to be committed to the craft, even when you're not working, you know. And she said that she hadn't worked for 10 years. Can you believe that?
That's an actor's life.
That's an actor's life. But fortunately,
so,
the films that she did do, I'm sure they were sustainable. Of course, she was married to Bruce Willis and all that.
So, who were the next nominees besides the leading ladies, Charles? Who do we have the next slide?
Let's see. So best supporting actor.
Best supporting actor, Coleman Domingo.
Coleman.
Yes,
you know, I mean, Coleman. Now I'm a fan of Adrian Brody because he's a really good, you know, really great, and you know, bringing craft to, you know, to whatever character he's done, and he's done a lot of great things that are out there. So it's nice to see him back in the midst, you know, again. You know, I'm sorry, Charles, we need to go back. We didn't get Ian and Daniel a chance to voice in on there on that female actor. Go back to that real quick for us, please. You don't mind? So you can remember.
Well, you know, I like Cynthia. I like Cynthia. My only thing is, I just pray to God that they don't get her together.
Don't do what now?
They don't get her together. Because I feel in my heart of hearts, JB, you're gonna be very disappointed.
Oh, you talking about in the results?
Yes, because number one, the reason why I say that is this: even throughout all of the whole entire press release and all of this, that, and other, she's gotten her praise when it come down to like Sherry Shepherd, people of that sort of nature. But at the end of every day, Ariana Grande has outreigned her. She's outshined her throughout the whole entire time.
Right.
So I don't think that they're going to give her just due for the Oscars. I don't think that she's in that place for the Oscars. I don't think that she's Oscar worthy for them in their eyes. She might be to us, but not to them.
Well, you know, I mean, you do have to look at the.
And she's not mainstream. Is that what you're trying to say? She's not mainstream.
Well, not mainstream.
She ain't mainstream. She ain't side stream. She ain't back stream. She ain't a front stream. She just she's not. She's nothing in the eyes of the women that they have in those categories right now. You know, she ain't putting enough work in for them to be able to work on.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, I'd have to kind of push back, and Ian, you probably can chime in on this too as well. Let's take it back to Jennifer Hudson. Okay, Jennifer Hudson was not mainstream.
Listen, that's a whole nother flop. That's another story for another day.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, and I understand your point, but we're talking about talk show right now. We talking about you know, other stuff.
Go ahead, Ian. So, I heard your voice. Go ahead.
Ian, I think they're going to pull at the heartstring of America. Look, out of all five of those actresses and the leading actress role, you know, they portray her as a green woman. That's first of all. That's what I'm mad at. Put a regular picture up there. I mean, you know, I understand she's playing the character, and this is her character. Put the regular picture of her as an African American. I also believe that under today's circumstances that we have going on with DI being ripped apart and Trump and the racism and everything else that's going on in society, I different than Darnell. I think.
Excuse me one second, Darnell, mute yourself because you got that feedback. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think that the Oscars is going to do a total reversal, and they're going to allow more African Americans to win just for that sake. I think that, you know, it's politics when you're behind the scene working in television production. And I think they're going to do whatever it takes to try to lure the people in, because if these great actors, Coleman, Arrivo, if they do not win, right, I'm telling you, it's going to be hell and brimstone here in Los Angeles. Okay. Because there's a lot of negativity that's going on across the board in America. And I think that, you know, we need a little positive. So they're going to try to swing the door toward that direction. That's just me.
Right. I think they're going to give it to him. I think that he's going to get it. But I think that he's going to get it. But I don't think, because you have to think about this. He's done a lot of noteworthy numbers. He's out there. Right. You know, the man is right now. He's like the it person in Hollywood. He's getting ready. He's the co-chair for the Met. So you have to think about it. He's gonna get it. Her, on the other hand, she don't have enough to be able to say, you know what? Let me take her over Demi Moore. Let me take her over this. You know, him on the other hand, he has that. They don't. I don't think for her as a woman, think about it. The roles kind of change a little bit different with a black woman in Hollywood and a black man in Hollywood.
Okay.
He's a little bit. He got a little bit more going for himself, so he can make it. Her, on the other hand, she got to prove herself a little bit more.
Okay.
I think.
I think she proved herself. I really think she's very diverse when it comes down to acting. She's not like one straight acting type.
Right.
Person.
I want to see her with the war. I'm gonna be cheering her on that night. I'm gonna take off work to make sure that I'm able to see her.
We all gonna be right here.
Stage with that award. But I'm just I'm gonna be hopeful and pray to God that they don't.
I can't wait for her to define gravity. That now I'll give her a hand clap for that. I mean, at least he sung the song. That stands for something now. With the, and let me say, you know what? To be honest with you, and I hear what you're saying, D, because go ahead and mute yourself, D. With everything that's been going on, especially with the press tour, there has been a lot of talk more about Ariana Grande because you would have thought she was the lead in this movie,
right,
with her weight loss to who she's dating and all this stuff. And she's and this girl, Cynthia, has been just a shadow. And it's like, I see what the press is doing because it's always been doing this when it comes down to a black and white combo with mainstream movies. It's always going to be the name over that trumps everything. And, to be honest with you, I want Cynthia to win. I really do want Cynthia to win. Uh-huh. But there's something that's telling me that, so they did it to Angela Bassett.
Right.
Not to say that Jamie Lee Curtis didn't, deserve her Oscar, right, but godly, I would have wanted Miss Bassett to have won that Oscar, and everybody was rooting for her somewhat.
Right.
Because we don't know who was rooting for her. But I know I was. But then on top of that, politics is politics. Industry has politics. You have a voting class within the Oscar, organization, right, association. Uh-huh. And you don't know what those people will want or who they will want to see.
Right.
I'm just saying. Go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just thinking about the time period. That was and I understand what you're saying. That's a different time period. Look, I think the LGBTQ plus is going to open the door to a lot of different disappointment in Hollywood. Like I say, that between that African American, I feel like Hollywood, like you said, the voting population is going to gravitate toward bringing more inclusiveness in the way the Oscar and other award show is being viewed. So I differ a little, and I can't wait until it airs because I want to be able to see what the future is going to hold. And I think that she's going to really come out, and I think she's going to win it. Fingers crossed for you, Rita.
Well, the thing is also about with Ariana Grande, she's best supporting, so therefore, the win stakes are just totally different, in that. So she's on the supporting category, and Cynthia's on the best actor. So best actor category. So they won't be able to mirror each other in that, in that award winning possibility. As far as Ariana, I mean, she's been a singer, but she hasn't really been out there in the acting community. This is really the very first breakout role for her, in terms of acting. She hasn't acted, I mean, to my knowledge, So, and then the other part about Cynthia is that, she did the Aretha Franklin story, which was genius,
Discovery.
On Discovery. Okay. And of course, she's a Tony winning actor, for The Color Purple. Now, I mean, that and on Broadway at that point, she's, she made an unmistakable mark on Broadway. I mean, and what she did in the second version of that with LaChanze, I don't know if you got, that was way back. I don't, you probably saw LaChanze in Color Purple, but LaChanze was phenomenal, the original Celie, okay? And then you had Cynthia to come back after the resurgence of Color Purple and wore it out, and then of course she was there with Jennifer Hudson at different times, different people they brought in.
Jennifer Holiday playing opposite her.
So before we go into commercial, only thing I'm gonna say, EGOT, she's gonna be part of the next group.
Right. Yeah. So definitely so. So far as
look at Darnell's face. You don't think so?
I don't really care for Cynthia like that.
You want to know why I don't think so?
Uh-huh.
So I say this. Everyone knows that New York City tells the story for award season.
Mm-hmm.
And I just left there.
Right.
A few days ago.
Right.
So why is Ariana Grande still there up for Wicked all throughout Times Square? You don't see Cynthia Erivo out there. Okay. Ariana Grande is up there still for Swarovski. She's all over. She's everywhere. Or whatever the case may be.
So
Cynthia Erivo nowhere. Like not one place.
So her management team. I'm just saying, Ariana probably has a better management team in that, because you have to think about the community and what she comes from, and that could be a lot of reasons behind it, where Cynthia may not have the same element of the management team. That doesn't make excuses.
I don't believe it.
But
I see Cynthia all throughout Los Angeles, so she's in Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah. So it just, I think it's just the dynamic of both sides.
Let's just keep our fingers crossed.
Industry politics. That's all I'm going to say. Leave it alone. Industry politics.
All right. So we have our picks on the women. All right. So at the end of the show, guys, we'll come back with our picks on the best movie and best actor. All right. When we come back from break, we were going to dig into what's going on in society. All right. Get y'all ready. All right. We'll see y'all right back in a minute. Wrap up. All right, and we are back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Truth Behind the Truth tonight. Charles, I'm not able to see the commercials on this side. It's because I'm logged in with you. That's probably why we can't see them when you put them up. So that's okay. I'm watching it otherwise. But anyway, so guys, thank you again for tuning in tonight. So we are in the midst of moving forward from our Oscar. We'll bring that up in a little bit more. All right, guys, let's talk about this mess. All right. I'm gonna let Ian take it from the beginning on this mess of the 20th and what has happened to our nation. And all right, Ian, take it, bro.
This nation has officially went to hell with Trump. It officially went to hell. Well, let's go back. Since the 1700s, it was in hell, but it definitely has went to hell now with Trump. Look, I think that Trump is going to come in, and I'm excited about his arrival.
Okay,
I'm excited. I'm excited about his arrival because I want him to tear this United States of America up from the floor. I want him to dig it out and take it and throw it all over the place, because he has this wicked energy about himself that is constantly being spewed throughout throughout different networks. And what pisses me off is there's so many people, especially you Black people, who are blind to the facts. They really think this man is going to come in and drop the prices of grocery. Look, the number one thing I've heard across the country that people voted for him for was, Trump gave me a stimulus check.
Oh my God, we have
the power to give a stimulus check. It's Congress who give those funds out, and I really believe that this country is we're gonna have to. It's gonna take probably decades for us to get ourselves back on track after Trump. And the prices of gas and grocery, everything with these tariffs and all this other stuff that he's trying to put on these foreign countries is going to rip this country apart. So I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm excited. Look, the first executive orders that he signed, letting the Proud Boys and all these people out of prison and out of jail and kill cop killers. They killed cops. They broke into the freaking Capitol. Yeah. Let a bit of African American doing that, or a group of African American. So I am excited about this. What about you, Darnell? You ready for it?
Well, you know. So listen, this is my thing on this. The people are really effing around and finding out a lot of things. The ones who really need it. I feel bad for all of the ones who are constantly pushing the agenda, saying, "Hey, this is BS that this man is pushing." It said that he ain't a part of Project 2025. Guess what? Everything that he did from day one on up until now has been part of Project 2025. Mm-hmm. And you sit back and now you have all of these people who are now hollering about, oh well, I didn't know, and not yes the fuck you did. You knew what the hell was going on. It was told to you. Every platform was telling you the fact that all this is just a part of Project 2025. He's telling you what he wants you to know in order to get him in position. Once he get in, he's gonna come in and tear this shit up like Hurricane Trump.
Well, that's the best way to describe it. Absolutely. I totally agree. You know, Ian, just to your point, I'm pointing to you, Ian, because this man, he said it all. You know, if you want to call him the prophet of the house, said it all. Well, we did, but I mean, you were so poignant and and mentioning things, show after show after show, and mentioning it for 2 years, right? 2 years, Charles, roughly 2 years, and everything you said is coming to pass.
Well, as the fact is, like I keep reiterating, this culture that we have in America, this thing called amnesia. People tend to not want to believe that history can repeat itself, but it is repeating itself. I'm so happy that people are now referencing him to Hitler because he is going by the Hitler playbook. But the way he's going about it is like he's bending us over and using these executive orders with no grease.
Yeah.
It's just they're coming one after the other, and it's no grease in between. There's no. It's so mind blowing how so many people, especially working class Americans, because I say this all the time. I'm not going to blame Trump. I'm going to blame the ones who voted for him. Because at the end of the day, you voted for agendas. You voted. It was more agenda based voting when they voted for him. Right. But at the end of the day, will these agendas help us pay our bills? Nope. Will they keep the rent costs down? Nope. Will gas go down? Will groceries go down? So you hating other people's ways of living, I hope, with this hate that you are able to afford the groceries that won't be coming soon because you sent the outsourced help home. Yeah. So you don't have produce will not be in the stores. They will not. I'm just saying, this hate that y'all have for people is going to, like Nina Simone say, we all gonna die and die like flies. Go listen to Mississippi Goddamn. Go listen to Mississippi Goddamn, because that's what we're dealing with right now. Go ahead.
Let Charles get it.
Well, Charles.
All I can say is FAFO. That's all I can say.
That's all I can say too.
That's my motto for the whole next 4 years. Oh man, I went out specifically and found a clip of Roland Martin expressing exactly what I've been saying for the last almost 8 years, and nobody paid me attention. Everybody kept saying no, it can't go that way because racism's not that way. And I just want to say one thing. I am not a devout Christian. Yes, I have spiritual beliefs, but yes, Pastor, what's his name? Sewell is a clown. And I think that he needs to be banned from any church, any TV, whatever it is he's been on. He needs to be totally banned. He's a clown. I've never seen a religious leader that was he's worse than Farwell now. I'm just a man. He got up there and did the inauguration and copied Martin Luther King's speech. Yeah, damn near verbatim.
Who was the pastor from Coming to America? What was his name? Pastor.
You mean the one
Arsenio's Hall show? Arsenio's Hall character. Remember the pastor?
Yeah, I remember him. Yep.
That's what he sounded like. Yeah. He sounded like him at the because I kept.
So y'all actually watched the bullshit?
No. That's the
clip. I've made it my business not to even put any form of energy towards anything that was going on in the inauguration. I didn't give two flying fucks about what the fuck was going on with it. The only thing I cared about is they turned around and posted the plastered on the news that he had fell out from a heart attack and didn't come back to life.
Well, they effed up Underwood's performance. She didn't have a platform to stand on. Her mic was off. Her hair was disheveled, and her face was distorted.
Good for her. She deserves it.
She was thoroughly disappointed, though.
Very disappointed.
I'm very spiritual, and I'm looking at the times. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at what the Word of God says compared to what we're seeing. And it talks about the mark of the beast, that you will be wearing on your forehead. And Trump little MAGA cap, that's what they believe in. That was, I was on Hollywood Walk of Fame just yesterday, and there was a black guy out there with a table displayed with all of MAGA stuff,
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was going to take a video, but
which we sure would have had that tonight, but go ahead.
All types of hats and, Make America Great and all this other stuff, and they've been bewitched. That's the thing that pisses me off. That people don't realize they're being bewitched. They have been sucked into this cult called MAGA, and they really believe that this guy is the savior who's coming in to save America. And I can't wait, because look, there's a senator I think in Tennessee that has offered a bill up to Congress to try to make Trump run again in 2020, 28, 29?
28.
Yeah, so they trying to open up doors and put avenues in place for him to stay in place. And if you recall, Trump said himself, vote for me, you won't have to worry about doing this again.
Right.
Demons.
He told church folk that, though. I'm just saying. He told church folk that,
Well, y'all will see me reporting live from an island.
This is such a wave of I think of emotions, and appreciating what your point about that, Ian, too. It is such a way for collectively we all are spiritual in our own understandings of those type of things. And I do agree with you, a lot that has represented, because you made reference to that, from what we could assume that biblically there he is, biblically things could fall into place, with this. I know, right? That
Charles, you messy, Charles, you messy.
Yeah.
You messy.
I mean, and I understand the perspective, because we all are looking at this like in so many different ways. And my encouragement, I would say to everybody, where you are, read your information. Okay, read. Whether you picking information from
they don't know how to read.
They don't know.
I know they know how to read, but I'm just saying. I know, because here's the thing. I know y'all are right, but we have said check out biblically information. We've laid it out there for them. Okay, we have given them a platform to go and seek and find. Okay, we have put out there the third right, which would have been, I think, in no uncertain terms, it would be more accurate than even more, say, biblically, and I don't mean that offense against the scriptures, but more accurate in terms of what we're seeing right now in the line of a prophetic movement, because this man is aligning himself the third right. Everything that he's doing is based on the third right.
What do you guys think about Snoop Dogg and?
I was on the way there, but good. Thank you for bringing it up. But go ahead.
Ain't nothing but a tax write-off and a business deal and a money making scheme. See, the thing about it is, though, and we've talked about this some time back. It's going to be a situation where the haves will have and the have-nots will have-nots. But the saddest thing about this situation is that the have-nots voted themselves into a burning house over the fact that you didn't want women to have abortions. Right. You don't like gay marriage. You don't want DEI programs, because that goes against the grain of you as a white male not having a job. All of this is going to mess up the situations that we already have right now. We're paying higher taxes than our rich counterparts, the 1%, but you're so worried about transgender people being in bathrooms, but you can't even afford your lifestyle. You got to have 2 to 3 jobs to afford what paying rent. But then on top of that, you want somebody who has said during COVID, those who have died those who did die had never died before. Now this is your man. You voted for that. You voted for the man who validates you and use you as a parking lot. And to be honest with you, it's the saddest thing. Americans, working class Americans, has effed it up again. Now, who's gonna be on their hands and knees doing the?
All right, I'm gonna blow your mind right quick.
This is a rated show now. This is a rated show, Dylan.
There was a
Greece in his inauguration speech. Did you see the KY? Did you see the grease come from somebody?
That was from Puffy. That was from Puffy. Puffy sent a gift box to the president.
Oh my God, again.
He was at the Diddy parties. Now Trump was at the Diddy party. Y'all do know he was a Diddy fan.
Let's understand the room, as they say. Read the room. I believe it's in Alabama. A black man passed a law, or set a bill for it to be a law, that contraception starts at ejaculation.
Actually, this
is the rest of it. And by that being a law, the law has penalties with it. So if you masturbate, you're breaking the law because you're using that ejaculation for other than what it's purpose for, which is bringing you guys later. Now, if you get caught once, it's $1,000 fine. If you get caught twice, if you get caught twice, it's $5,000.
It was Mississippi, Charles.
Mississippi. And if you get caught 3 times, it's $10,000 fine. So,
and if he joins you, what is going to happen then?
Charles, I need to answer. What if it's 10 times this week? What?
Hey, you might as well just go live on the street with a cup. You need a cup and a guitar to sit on the street because you won't be able to afford anything after that point.
So it's called the contraceptions begin at erection. Mississippi bill will fine unprotected sex.
Oh my God!
The guy who he's from Mississippi. He's a black guy, but it's a law that's going to kind of go against the abortion law because it will fine men who will use unprotected sex, but to impregnate a woman without her consent. That would be against the law. His name is Senator Bradford Blackman. He's a Democrat from Canton. But yeah, that's to go against the abortion law, and it's needed. I don't know. I just said that. My bad. I stepped in that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean,
how they gonna tell these folks what they can do with their hands?
I'm just gonna say what? I'm gonna say what in the toxic masculinity is going on?
I feel like if you're gonna force a woman to do this, you need to probably snip it a little bit. If you don't want a woman to have an abortion,
don't snip nothing over here because I need every inch.
Well, listen, we ain't gotta worry. We ain't gotta worry about the fact of no children coming from the factory of the factory because we ain't fooling with nothing. Now, Charles. Jesus.
Oh yeah, Charles. Yeah.
I'm sorry to inform you, but I'm a prostate cancer survivor. There are no more children coming from this part.
Okay.
But in the law, it says that you cannot ejaculate into a woman without her consent. So that means you must pull out.
No, you just say
everybody don't have to sign this
paper. I need you to sign this paper before we have sex. I'm gonna let you know I'm about to drop off some people.
So I can't drop off some people.
He crowdsourcing.
Pull-out game better be strong.
Oh my God!
I feel like at the end of the day, if one drop, You got to pay $1,000 fine. Every fine for each drop, right? drip, drop.
But this whole conversation leading into this, check this out. I guarantee best picture going to be Conclave.
What'd you
Conclave.
say?
Best picture. Going back to the Oscar, the best picture I believe is going to be Conclave because of this industry is run by the Jews. Basically, I guarantee you Conclave is going to be best picture.
Oh, Conclave, yeah, that's the one about the Catholic priests and doing other things they shouldn't be doing. Okay.
Well, that goes back to that situation with Trump with the bishop, the LGBTQIA plus bishop.
Oh, then she told his ass good.
Lord,
I watched that 4 times.
Yeah, so you did watch some inauguration stuff. But
I had that clip of her. Because they only had a clip of just her, it actually wasn't even her. It was just her talking. It wasn't even her. Because at first I didn't even know what was going like. But I heard her saying, "Mr. President," so that's why I was like, "Oh, she must be talking to Trump," because I know damn well she was talking to nobody else. So whatever the case be, and she was saying about all those things. I was like, okay, but let me. It wouldn't have a picture of her or anything. They just had gay flags laid on the altar.
Okay.
That's all they had.
That part.
Yeah.
Well, there's no Black History Month next month either.
Oh yeah.
There's no federal Black History Month next month. No, Trump took that down. That's gone.
So, what do you guys think about the factor of this man going in and releasing all these documents and all this concealed documents? But what I think is this: you did MLK and JFK and all these other people. Why you didn't do your good buddy?
Jeffrey
Epstein. Why y'all didn't open up those wide open and let everybody know who all was doing what and what was who?
Because he was
involved.
He was involved.
You and I know that. That's what I'm saying. And people aren't. They so stupid. Oh yeah, that's good. Y'all should be asking the question. Open up those documents.
But that takes common sense, and we're not dealing with people with common sense. Go ahead, Ian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just think that it's because of the public interest. Dr. King was a powerful civil rights leader, and JFK was the president. So I think the releasing of those documents helped the public to learn a little bit more information that they did not know. So I was cool with that. I was cool with that part. And
the King family actually, they see it first. They don't want to release to the public without them seeing it.
They didn't want to release in the public?
Not till they look at it first. They want to see it first before they give it out to the public.
Yeah, I can respect that. Because there's a lot of information about Dr. King that they don't want out there, i.e. the sexual relationship. No, I'm talking about they had a whole slew of information that they were threatening Dr. King's with. Sexual relationships, whatever he did behind the scenes. So they were using that. So I can respect that.
So do you guys think the fact of that, because you think about this, all of this talk about the factor of releasing this document and releasing that document, all of this came out after the fact that they said after the fact that they allowed that special counsel Jack Smith to be able to release all of the documents from the factor of his findings. He got pissed off about that because they blocked it and they allowed it to be released. Right after that, that's when he comes talking about, I'm gonna release this, I'm gonna release that, and I'm gonna do this and this, that. I think all that was just because of the factor is playing be like a kid. Well, if you do this to me, I'm gonna do this to y'all.
Yeah, but that's the natural reaction of him. That's how he does. I mean, that's not surprising. But I want to go back to the point about the release of the information that's out there, being allegedly out there. I have had a theory, and I think Ian, and over conversation, I know I've shared it with you, and Charles, I know you and I have talked about this pretty extensively because I wanted to do, that story that I really still want to do about Martin Luther King, and the surroundings, of his assassination leading up to it, and all of those that are involved. Now, it's my take, that it was orchestrated by a paid figure that was around him very skillfully during that time frame. Now, I don't know if these documents do bring that to light, but if it does, it's going to be a big thing. And this person is still living, and they're still in existence, and they still live in Chicago. Okay, I'm going to shut up. So,
but my question is this,
I'm going to leave it at that.
My question is this. I feel like this. Why in the hell? It's just like some stuff in life, I feel like you should just leave the hell alone.
Well, but you got a man that don't believe in that, though. See, you know what I'm saying? So with all this control that he is instituting out here nowadays, it's like now I'm showing more control. Now I'm exposing things and all this type of stuff that's been kept from you guys. Now you see why you should have been fearing the government all the whole time. And now I'm the one that's bringing everything to light. And now there's no need to fear me. I'm in your corner. I'm walking down the street handing out stimulus checks. I'm knocking on your door, paying your bills, So now it's an opportunity to do this. And like you said earlier, it's setting the stage for this man that they try to put this man back in 28 and 44. I mean, not 45, 34. And the list of these places go on. That's what they're trying to do.
Well,
so my question is, and this is to the audience and to us, and I know we can't answer it all at one time, but what are we going to do as American citizens? Okay. Are we going to exit like, look, that white chicken, see ya. Okay. I'm already thinking about looking for a chateau in Italy. All right.
So, we already done started our process.
I think that really honestly, and then collectively, hopefully most of us on this show.
Participation too slow. We too slow.
Slow. I think look, one of our dear neighbors always say, and she says it very skillful in every conversation, something about have a backup plan. That's all I'm telling you. All right. You need to start working on a backup plan. All right. And saving money, if that's what your backup plan is, you get your 7 different IDs and, and 300 different credit cards and everything. I'm really serious about this part of it, guys. You really need to have a backup plan. Don't fall into a place of complete deception and then you stand out front of your own house and can't get in.
Well, I'm sorry to pee on your parade, but just like the people in New Orleans through Katrina, some of us can't do that. So no matter how much you tell us to do it, some of us just can't do it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, Charles, don't worry about it. We will find a way to put you in somebody's case to get you across the water. Okay.
Hey, I was gonna be quiet now.
So you ain't nowhere to worry about that. Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, brother. All right, trust me. If it comes down to that, but we already working on it. I know he ain't working on it.
I can't help because all my money going into fines. I can't help because all my money going into fines.
Okay, there you go.
But I laugh at the fact that you got some of us colored folk who believe that we don't need DEI. Since you brought that thing up, Charles, the fact is that you got some of them who feel like, well, I never needed it anyway. I think it's best that we are hired through the fact that we have experience and have what they would call education. That's the color way of saying education. But the saddest thing about this is you will not be hired on merit of experience, merit of education, merit of qualification, and all this other stuff. You will not ever be hired ever again on those premises, because you're going to always have to scrub the floor before you can, for the fact of being noticed. Right. And I think that's what's so sad about this situation is that some of us don't understand that politics plays a role in everything that you are doing.
Everything you do.
And that, for one, Americans who do not think, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm good over here.
Okay. You know what? That's a good segue into the Roland Martin clip I have for you.
Okay. Go ahead, so
let that roll right quick.
About to see with your own eyes every single Generation Alpha, Generation Z, Millennial, Generation X, what it looks like to live close to Jim Crow. No, I know some of y'all are saying, Roland, this ain't Jim Crow because I can go to the club with a white woman. This ain't Jim Crow because I can go out and we can go here and I can use this water fountain. I can use this bathroom and I can go here. But you need to understand, mark it down, 7:40 p.m. Eastern on January 23rd. A year from now, you are going to see a dramatic drop in the number of contracts that black businesses have gotten from the federal government. You are going to see a year from now a dramatic drop in the contracts that black-owned businesses will receive from corporate America and from state governments and from county governments and city governments and school districts. You are about to see an economic calamity come down in black America because too many of us sat our asses on the couch, chose not to vote because we said, well, if I don't get nothing before I vote, then I'm not going to vote. Now you are witnessing with your very eyes.
And let me add on to that. If you don't understand the extent, go, if you can, listen or read the book of The Blood of Emmett Till. Because what he is saying is true. Without the federal protection, we're up the creek without a paddle. If you live in red states, and I'm talking to those who live down near the Mason-Dixon, the 20th was the greatest thing to those people who understand the extent of how this Jim Crow system works. They know that Trump is going to take all federal hands off of those states. And you know what happens when that goes down? That means everything is up for grabs.
Absolutely.
Including your property.
Absolutely.
Because now they can go through and take property away from that place, that person.
Birthright citizenship.
There you go.
Birthright citizenship is telling us that black folks, you can go back to where you came from because you're not a citizen. They don't realize that each of these laws affects us in a way that you never thought possible. Everybody kept telling me he can't do that. They can't get rid of Roe v. Wade. They can't do that. Stuff's a precedent. What did he do? As soon as he got in there, he got rid of it. Bam, gone. Now they're telling us he can't take our rights away. He can take away civil rights, but it's still equal because it's not as much racism as it used to be in the 60s. You a lie because you don't know. If it wasn't for those guardrails he put in there, we wouldn't have nothing. So now the guardrails are gone. He can't write in any race tomorrow.
I'm
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just happy about this whole situation that's happening. I'm sitting back, looking at it, smiling because I know it's really gonna open the floodgates.
I told y'all from the beginning when we came into that, I said I'm gonna do just like Celia did in The Color Purple. All right. And after she fed Suge Avery, she tucked down between the steps and she said, I'm gonna sit back and see what the wall gonna look like.
Public education is going up in smokes down. This is the best thing. If I was a white man in America, at this point, I would be having barbecues up and down the road.
Oh, you didn't see the march in D.C., did you?
What's going to happen? Sunday school would be picnic.
In D.C., the Klan had not the Klan, but the white supremacists had a march. They came off the train station like they had a whole brigade of people with their mask on and everything, handing out flyers about white supremacy. I was like, boy, they're emboldened now.
Well, if you look at it, this is something that they was trying to do for the longest. They have basically picked all our history and take it out of the school so that our young children can walk around blind. And we're too damn dumb to try to study. You know, kids today, they don't even know who Dr. King is. I was told by my family that they don't even write in cursive anymore.
No.
They are dumb.
They can't write a check anymore. They can't sign a check anymore.
What's a check? What's a check?
I knew how to sign a check in school, but the saddest thing about this is, he's going to pull money away from the public education sector. It's going to go straight back to the states. That means those schools who are not private, white, and Protestant will get second-hand books.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate to say this, but here's another clincher. They're taking away the Consumer Protection Agency, which means predatory lending will become a big problem in the near future again.
Yeah. There was a whole list that came out today that I was like, wow, this man is. I mean, but but the thing about it is this in this list. I mean, again, we have taken the freedoms of life, so for granted. We really have. At the end of the day, and with a swipe of a pen, it's all going to end.
And you got the conservative Supreme Court to actually go the extra mile. But adding on to that, you black conservatives. Ooh-wee. Let me tell y'all something. You knew all along about this Southern strategy. And if you are black and Republican, I hope and pray that you know who your friends are. Because they are not going to be truly your friends tomorrow. You can pray all day, you can hang out all night. But they're going to tell you where to go. Like Elon going to tell a lot of these black turn it red Chicagoans, those black folks down in Chicago trying to turn it red, Elon gonna show them the door. Because it ain't Trump's presidency, it's Elon's presidency. And Elon's believe in apartheid because his grandfather from Canada was a Nazi.
Putin was on a talk show, said that I always said you can't buy America. Well, that was proven wrong. And he's right. Putin is right. You can buy America anytime. It just takes find out who the right whore is to pay. And he's on the right whore in there now.
Absolutely.
Take it
Absolutely. You know, at the top of it, all of what we're saying, I hope that everybody that's listening, I thank you so much for you guys tuning in tonight and getting share this show. Okay, share the information that is being provided for you. Okay, go back and watch these shows. We told you this. We told you this was going to happen for 2 years straight. We told you this. Our brother Sandy Hackett told you guys. Okay, told you guys. We told you guys collectively. Some of y'all, they just on there talking about politics. Oh, they about Trump again, and y'all pass right on by. Okay.
Oh, I got a note for you. If you are on Facebook, Facebook has automatically made everybody follow Trump and the vice president. Go check. My cousin called me and goes, I thought you said you weren't supporting Trump. I said, I'm not. She goes, well, it says you were one of his followers. I said, you're a lie. Went there and Meta made everybody follow them.
Wow.
So I went on there
and as soon as they did,
and I
guess
blocked
what? I went and unfollowed them bitches.
I did the same thing.
Good evening.
Yep, I followed and blocked. I'm like, I don't want that crap on my page.
And TikTok, if you are a creator, that day that system went down, that server went down.
Tell us about. Take your time and share this.
When that server went down, Trump and that man made a deal.
Yeah.
You will not be under the same guidelines you were before, and you will not be making money. Trump is going to make money. You just going to be another content maker. And on top of that, you're going to see MAGA algorithms going up and down because Trump now and Elon now has a hand over TikTok. So you might you might got your TikTok back, but it's not the same TikTok you had before. And and let me tell you something, if you black, you better start shouting MAGA on if you want your stuff to stay on TikTok. Come on in the room.
I got one for the road now. Okay, got one for the road right now. Okay. So Melania was touring around with him out here in LA, right? Looking out halfway. But I said she was out here staking sites to make up her new OnlyFans page.
Well, Governor Newsom kissed that forehead, didn't he?
I mean, she looked like
He kissed the forehead.
I know. She looked like a fish out of dead water. Okay. I mean, she looked like, why am I here? And what did I say? I kept asking her, why is she here?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That might have been her double. Because she has the double.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she has the double. That might have been her double because her double was the one who was at the funeral. That wasn't her.
Oh. More pertinent information, okay? But I mean, I did. It could have been. I mean, with the hat down, I was like, she looked so uncomfortable. She was like, why am I here? She's like, why am I with this man? And I asked the question to the TV, of course, why are you with this man? I did. I don't know. It's just a big.
Did you see your governor kiss her forehead?
No, I didn't see that.
Behind Trump's back, once Trump turned his back, Governor Newsom went for the forehead and the lips. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it.
Listen,
my
that
dad
man
say about the dreams of black men. She don't dream for so Newsom has no chance. He's just looking for big black men. That's all she wants.
Ian, you better go get in that detail.
He is trying to get his get back at that man. I'm telling you. He's trying to get her get back at that man. That's all he's trying to do. Saying, yeah, I can kiss your wife. On the forehead and on the lips.
But all seriousness. Yeah, but all seriousness though, I mean.
Wait a minute. One more thing before you go into that serious. Did y'all see him try to go at Karen Bass?
She let him have it.
But let me say this. Okay, for those who want to go back to their homes and clear out that land, go do what you need to do for your own sanity. But just know, if that gas pipe busts on you, that's you. And if you breathe all that toxic chemical that's gonna come from the material, that's on you. Because your man, Trump, told you to go do it. So you go get that cancer bill.
They can easily shoot bleach in their veins.
No. So if you're speaking as far as the people trying to go back to their homes and all
No,
that,
his direction.
this is the kicker. Or whatever, and this is something that I learned from one of my real estate investor friends that's here. So they ain't gonna have no reason to go back to those homes, because guess what happened? The state declared it as a disaster zone. Mm-hmm. They were all they're doing is that they will no longer be able. They don't own the land anymore. It's not yours to go back.
It gets
so they're going to get ready to demolish the whole entire thing, and guess what? It was all a ploy, because they're going to use that land for the Olympics. They've already auctioned it off. It's done. It's over with. Ain't no rebuilding.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. It's done. That's it. That was all, because you have to think about this. There's no way possible. Yes, you had the Ambers going all these places, this, that, and other, and the third, and the third. You know, they use somebody as the scapegoat to say that this guy was doing it here, this, that, and other, and the third. This shit was all a designed plan for them.
Oh yeah.
But right after that, they came up with the factor of this new plan that they have for that area, or whatever the case may be. How they finna get ready to have the underground trains. Trains and all this other type carried on.
The high-tech city.
Big old arena for the inside arena for all of that, for the swimming pool, because they needed underground. They needed ground to build this big underground swimming pool for the swimming part. Wow. They need it for the track and field. They need all of those things.
Are they gonna now? If Ben Crump is down in Altadena, now I want to say big up to Ben Crump, because he's been doing the work down there, trying to make it known that he's going to bat for them. But my thing is, now did you hear what Trump said? Trump said, I can go visit Palisades, but later on I'm going to go visit Eatondale. I mean, not Eatondale, but Altadena. So I'm saying to myself, he ain't coming back for them black folk. But the fact
he's not going to visit Altadena, though, because of the factor is this. Altadena is not, it does not have enough money there. When it comes down to it, you have middle-class people there. He's only for the rich.
Right.
So that's why he went over to the Palisades, because you have all those movie stars and all those people who stay over there. So of course he's gonna go over there to make himself look good and say that he went over to check on the people and blah, this, that, and other, and the third, or whatever. So now the ones that's over there, what they're gonna do is this: the state is going to turn around and going to give them a chunk of money and say, "Hey, here, you take it. This is all you're gonna get. Keep moving. Find you somewhere to say."
Well, there was, I think, a point that has already been set up that's between $3 and $6 billion in order to give back to people to rebuild wherever they desire to be able to do that from. So, again, my posture once again is like all of this is part of that plate that she gave that Celia did. Okay, she put on that tray. Okay, the pancakes, the grits, the sausage, the ham, and then she slid it in the room. Okay, and all she did was sit back and see what the wall gonna end up looking like. All right, but one part about this is that, as Ron Martin said, we gonna be and Ian and everybody's here. Y'all will. We gonna be looking at from the wall from Italy. Okay, look, binoculars on, because ain't about to happen up in here. Ain't gonna happen. It's not about to happen. But anyway, so we got a few more minutes before we wrap it up tonight. Great part about this. I'm glad everybody's brought their point in, guys. I mean, I love this kind of conversation, and I hope that you guys that have been watching, and I've seen quite a few of you tonight have chimed in. Go back. Pick up those points. Pick up these profound points. Pick up Ian's profound points. Donnell, Charles, all of this time, because we've been here. We've been here. We ain't been no place, and we've been really trying to get you guys prepared for a time such as this. We really have, and we will continue to bring you more information. But you need to share. You need to like. On every platform that we on. Go on in and share and like, so the rest of the planet can hear what the truth behind the truth is saying to you. All right. And look, you don't even have to fact check our stuff. Yeah. You don't even have to fact check it because it's the truth. We told you about that shit, that was going on. Thank you. Told about that shit that was going on, at the end of the day. He did say he's going to scale right on by it all. He said, when was it, 2 years ago? You said 3 years ago. He got croonies that he's putting in place. Yeah. That's going to help him scale right on by every legal aspect.
He is a businessman.
Oh, was that what it is?
I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers, and that's what's going to happen.
Right.
We're going to be a nation of workers because the rich are going to get richer because they got their man in office.
Right.
Did you see all those oligarchs at the inauguration? One of the wives, Bezos' wife, had her lingerie bra all the way out.
Lord.
And you know what? I don't blame her because it was the place was full of trash.
That woman said she was giving bosom power. What do you mean? She was giving the kid what she did. People
RFK Jr. couldn't stop looking at him. He was like, but you know, hey, that's who you voted for. You voted for these men now to be touching your daughters and your wives. Did you see how he touched J.D. Vance's wife's back behind his back?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Did you? She was trying to get the kids. She was moving the kids and hair Trump, rubbing her back, and almost down to her derriere. I said, you know what? Hey, the good old boy system is back in town.
You know
they showing their asses
already. You know they said that there was more money between them three men on the planet in that room at that one particular point in time. More money. You know, and I'm like, wow, you know, this should just be telling you something. Okay, those are, you know, out there to watch this mess. But anyway, enough talking about that right now. We'll bring it up again next week because I'm sure there's going to be more to talk about. So we're going to complete the night back to our Oscar set, okay, as we said at the top of the show. All right, so let's go back to the best male actor. All right, Charles, you get Darnell Coleman. I'm with you on that. Ian, what do you think? Coleman? Oh, unmute yourself. You got yourself muted. You got yourself muted, Ian.
Yeah, I would say Coleman, but I think Ralph Fiennes is actually going to be the winner for Conclave.
I think so too.
Okay.
I like Coleman Domingo. I really do. I think Adrian Brody, he already won his Oscar, and plus he kissed Halle Berry too at the same time, so that's a done deal.
Okay.
Timothy
Chalamet.
Now he's gonna marry his Zendaya, so that would be his Oscar. So yeah, I would think. Zoe Saldana. That's another situation.
I'm thinking that's who's gonna win. To be honest, I'd like to see her in because I like the performance in the movie. But I think Zoe Saldana is going to get best supporting actor.
Well, I would like to know who her agent was because who in the world told her that she could play Nina Simone with a prosthetic nose? Now I would want to know who did that for her or did that to her or said that was a great idea. But that's another story.
So this category, I'm not too sure about. Okay, I know Edward Norton, of course, it's been a long time standing. Of course, his best performance, which he didn't. Did he win for that? What is the one with?
Kieran Culkin probably gonna win this one.
Yeah, he has turned out to be a very, very, very good actor. I mean, he has surpassed his brother, and he has really, really turned out to be a really good actor.
He would never surpass Macaulay Culkin. Icon status. Yeah. I mean, yeah, probably, but no. Macaulay Culkin is iconic.
Right.
I'm just gonna say it like it is. But yeah, he might win the Oscar.
Yeah, he might. But
hell no!
Now there's your Oscar win right there. There is best supporting actor in a room full of white people.
From Georgia. I'm like, what the hell is he trying to hawk up?
I'm telling you, there is best supporting actor in a room full of white people. That's his role.
Whole entire word sounded like shit on a Ritz crack. That shit sounded so terrible.
Oh my God.
I had to change the channel or change my Twitter account because I was like, this is absolutely horrendous. And I want to say congratulations to Prince Harry. He got his money, and plus he got the apology for himself, and plus for his mama, Princess Diana.
Right.
And Meghan, stay with him because he worked the time, the day, and the hour. Okay.
So let's go to the best movie. Charles, did you get that one?
Go ahead.
Did you get that one?
I think I did.
So then, sorry. So why you looking it up again? Being on the wicked side. Now I think that Zoe Saldana's movie will probably pull at the heartstrings that enough. We didn't talk about the other best supporting actor because this is the first time that a transgender person has been nominated, for an Oscar. So as Ian said earlier, that may be the thing that will pull the heartstrings a little bit different. If she wins, okay, at that point, as far as the film, I haven't seen it yet. It is on Netflix, so hopefully I'll get this chance to see it. But it's all in subtitles, so and that just kind of doesn't work for me too much, In
the words of Gabrielle Union, with the hate that y'all have for these trends, people? Did you buy a house? Did you get a raise? Did you get a new job?
Okay.
But the hate that you have, I mean, I just wonder, because this woman is going to probably win this Oscar, and you're still sitting in the trailer park trying to figure out how.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure that out. I mean, like, our bills need to get paid, people. I'm trying to pay my rent, and you hating on people, and that's not helping me pay my bills. I'm very confused. I mean, make it make sense. Make that shit make sense. Can you pay your
you know, right now, people, okay, so best picture, all right. So, you know, my take, because number one is going to be Wicked, but I'm thinking like Ian said, the Conclave is probably going to be very, very, you know, close to that. Dune, nah. You know, I mean, I understand it's great sci-fi. It is for like one of the best sci-fis that's been in a long time. You know, what's the other one? I can't see that. It's a little fuzzy. Can you see it?
Conclave?
The Brutalist. That's the one with Demi Moore. So, you know, I hope that I get a chance to see it beforehand. You know, Amelia, but I think it's going to come down to Amelia Perez. I think, you know, Wicked and Conclave. That's just my, you know, kind of my take on that. You know, Dune, no, I don't think so. You know, even though they said cinematically, it's a really, really great movie. You know, in it. Far as best costume, definitely it's going to be, I think, going to Wicked. Best makeup is going to go to Wicked. You know, so I do know that those categories. I'm considering Wicked's definitely going to walk away with those particular categories in that.
Good film.
You know,
really good film.
Cynthia's makeup was flawless to be
and
made
that was the guy that designed all the costumes.
Right.
Black guy
designed all the costumes, you know, for it, you know, and did the makeup.
And he did not use Tyler Perry's wigs either.
Okay, I can't.
I'm just saying.
Okay, that's better. Thank you. Nickel Boys. Now, this is a sleeper, guys. You know, this is a sleeper because, you know, it's about four young black boys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to be a very, very, very good film. The out of that, the acting, you know, categories did not pull from that, but the film itself. So this might be the sleeper. You know, like you said, Ian, that, you know, that they always go back to one that pull the heartstrings. This might be the sleeper.
What was that movie that won from what was the movie that your girl Midnight? What was the Midnight the gay
no, you're talking about now you got me seeing that.
God dog it. I thought I had it. What was it called with the guy that won up against John Legend's movie at the time? Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
It's gonna come there. We ain't gonna pull
Moonlight. Yes,
Moonlight.
Yeah,
that was not a very highly
right. It was another sleeper. They were really
sleeper.
You know, they were really surprised at how Moonlight came back and, you know, and took it. You know, so on Oscar night we will see, but we will have our contenders out there, and you know, and wins. You know, who that we won't. If you guys are in LA, we're having an Oscar party, but don't come to our house. It's kidding. No, but anyway,
they don't have Chris Rock hosted. That's all.
Well, you know, we won't. I won't talk about the hostess. I don't know no fan of his.
I'm not a fan of Chris Rock either.
But anyway, Ian, thank you for being here tonight. Okay. Yeah. You know, it's been a long time coming. Long. I'm sorry, I got stuck in the long. Okay. But you know, you're always welcome at home. This is home, and I think you really know that. You know, more so than ever. You know, in that. Darnell, I'm glad you made it tonight.
Woo!
Okay. Just leave work early next week.
Listen, I just want to say I thoroughly enjoyed you tonight, and I hope to see you many more weeks to come. Mm-hmm. I like the energy and the vibe that you bring. It was really a pleasure tonight. Really a pleasure.
Right. Pleasure's all mine. I enjoy
Charles, thank you for your support. And as always, you know, and to our audience, thank you for being here tonight. All of those that chimed in, I really appreciate you taking the time out. As I said earlier, share, like, put it out there, get this word out there, go back and watch these shows, all right? Because they're very important for your life. And the number one thing, if you want to know what Trump doing, all this BS he's doing, what's that book? The Third Right. What's the movie on YouTube? The Third Reich. Okay, you will see how Hitler impacted Germany.
If you want to know what that motherfucker doing, just open your eyes.
Okay, that too. Just open your damn eyes. All right. So on that note, that will be our great wrap for tonight. All right? If you want to know what you're doing, open your eyes. Thank you, Charles, for putting that up. Yeah, I'm serious. Open your eyes, please, people. Everybody. Open your eyes. Okay, it's too late to vote him out. Okay, but if you're in your communities and whatever and
get involved in your civics. I mean your civic duty,
right.
Especially in your state and local levels.
Right.
See, the only way to defeat Trump is the state and local.
Right.
Because that's what dibbles and dabbles in your backyard. The federal is where it's at. Right. But if you get involved in your local and state situations, you can defeat that fool.
Yeah, that's true.
If you take heed of our word and actually do the work.
Right.
But then on top of that, some of y'all just don't vote anyway. So
okay.
Truth behind the truth.
Truth behind the truth. We know that. All right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into Truth Behind the Truth. It has been a powerful show once again. We love you. We'll be here right at the same time next week. Tell a friend, invite them over, start having Truth Behind the Truth parties. That's the best way to do it. We're better than the Oscars.
And please find a cure for a minimum wage that is around $7 and some cents, please. I'm just saying.
Okay.
It's 2025. Who's still living off of that minimum wage?
The minimum wage.
The best way to do that is to move out of the
cure for that, please.
What you say, John?
Please find a cure for the minimum wage of $20, please.
Okay.
They ain't gonna do a damn thing for you. Shit, McDonald's is $20.
That's only in LA. All right, trust me, because they just make it $6.95 in Georgia. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much for being a part of us tonight, and then share and all that. Ian, hey, bro, hugs, all that good stuff, and we'll see you right here again on what. The truth behind the truth. Good night, y'all.